Hello everyone, and welcome to the Platinum walkthrough of Wuchang Fallen Feathers. I've already completed the game, I've platinumed it, I have gotten all the trophies, and because for the endings you have to upload your save data onto your PS Plus subscription, it's not really possible for me to do a fresh run of it. However, I am starting a brand new game, and I will be showing you all the trophies when and where they pop up. In this video, I believe we're going to get a total of 9 trophies if I'm not mistaken. And they will pop up wherever they do for you. So you don't have to worry about it. Just like this one over here. So that was the first one. I'm just going to do a whole walkthrough. Initially, you're going to see me defeat maybe all the enemies that I come across. And then you'll probably even see me going to all of the areas. I initially did this because my goal was to level up, get the necessary items that I could, and then in the later half of this video you'll see me that I'll just be getting all of the necessary items, only the ones that are essential for trophies or side quests or whatever, and might not be picking up any of the ordinary blue items that you'll see on the floor. However, it's completely up to you to do so. I'll be showing you, I'm going to be going through all those paths anyways. We're going to talk to this gentleman over here, and for some reason this is the only time Wuchang ever speaks. After this, you will never hear her talk ever again. I'm not exactly sure whether this is essential or not, because this guy, we need to do his side quest. So make sure to exhaust all of his dialogue. Turn around and talk to this gentleman over here. He's suffering from some disease. I think it's the same, the feathering. Yeah, he's not essential, but we're gonna do a side quest just for the sake of it, because it's along the way. Talk to this lady over here, Yushia. We're going to be talking to her anytime you come across her. This dude doesn't speak at all, so yeah, good luck. If you pre-ordered the game or ordered the deluxe edition, you can collect all of your bonus items, weapons, and armor from this chest, just so that we can have everyone at the same level. I won't be using these weapons and armor pieces, because if there's someone who ordered the game after it was released, doesn't have them, so this walkthrough should cover that bit as well. Talk to this guy and then you can just dodge away, because the initial dialogue, he takes time to speak through it. By dodging, you can just cancel that out, go and talk to him again. He's gonna offer us some nice items later on when he opens up his shop. Open this door. Exit. To the right is a shrine, but to the left we can go and collect some more items. Over here inside these tents are some patients. You can speak with them and they will reward you with some special pills.
You're still kicking.
First, lucky for your symptom, it's utter.
We're now going to go and activate the shrine, and this should trigger another trophy. So that's 2 trophies down. If you want to rest, you can, but there's no point because we are at full health and everything seems to be fine. So go down the stairs, collect any items you see along the way, like this one here. We're going to go and talk to this boatman. Dodging away again because, takes way too long. Go back in, talk, and this is why I was dodging, because usually they say the whole line and you have to just wait through it. This is the boatman, and he's going to give us our first sort of a tutorial boss fight, just like you see from soft games. They have the same, slightly tough bosses. If you overcome them, you get a good decent reward. If you don't, doesn't really matter, the game continues. So since there's no trophy associated with this boss, I'm just gonna die and not really bother killing him, because it's just a hassle and it takes way too long. By defeating the boss, you do get some red Mercury, which gives you like 3 or 4 level ups. So if you want to do that, be my guest, but I'm just gonna avoid it. Gonna wait until this dialogue is done. There's the cutscene, hold down the X button to skip it, and that's the boss. So, like I said, I'm just gonna let him kill me. Alright, now we're gonna respawn at the shrine that we activated and probably get some new items. We will get the maddening incense. So what it does is that it's related to the madness system in the game. The more madness you have, the more damage you will take and the more damage you will also dish out. And if I'm not mistaken, having more madness also increases the red mercury drop from the enemies. So be careful about that. If you're having difficulty facing enemies, try to get rid of your madness if you can. We're going to pick up this weapon as we need to collect all the weapons for a trophy. The Cloud Frost Edge is our first weapon and this is our second. If you die while at full madness, it's going to spawn a demon at the place where you died. And to get your red mercury back, you have to defeat that demon. If you don't, well, then you are going to lose all your red mercury. You can talk to this kid if you want to, though it's not really necessary.
Don't worry.
Initially, I'm just going to do this, talk to people, get all the items, you know, so that I can level up a little bit quicker and fast. This person is really important. We're going to make sure to complete his side quest at all times because it's associated with one of the endings of the game. The game has a total of 4 endings and we need to do his side quest if we want to get one of those endings. So we need to make sure we complete his side quest at all costs. We're gonna get rid of this enemy over here. If you hold down the R2 button, you can do a charge attack. And for small humanoid enemies, they'll always fall back. It doesn't really work on large enemies. Sometimes it stuns them or so. We're gonna collect this item here, and there's a path leading down. Go down, collect this item, and return back up. So these red mercury sprouts and other things that you're seeing, using them will give us basically more red mercury, which we can then use to level up. Let's get rid of this dude here. Defeating him is going to give us a jade pendant. They act as your basic accessories, which you can then equip, and they have different benefits. We're gonna get all of them, and that's needed to get the platinum trophy as well. To our left is going to be the red clad lady, very essential to get the platinum trophy. So we're going to make sure to talk to her whenever we can. Besides, she gives us some really nice items and spells. Like this one over here, a full grown red mercury. Anytime you come across these birds, just toss a knife at them. They will reward you with aurum feathers. And what aurum feathers do is that they give you a random perk whenever you use them. That random perk can either be increasing your max health, your max stamina, or your overall damage. They're random, but they can come in handy quite a bit. So just keep making your way up and defeating any enemies that you come across. It's going to tell us about swift draw, that if you have 2 weapons equipped, you can switch to basically a different weapon by just pressing the L3 button. I'm playing on the PlayStation 5, so apologies if you're playing on a different system. I do not know which button or input it is for you. There are a lot of breakable boxes and pots. They don't really have anything inside them, but sometimes they hide items. You have to destroy them just to get those items. Make sure to drop down this ladder and activate the shrine. Whether we like it or not, we have to activate all of the shrines. If you want, you can rest up over here, depending on what situation it is for you guys. As you can see, there are these red mercury items. You can use them to level up, so I'm going to do that right now. I'm not using the ones that I got from the DLC, well, because we will come to a certain area of the game where we can level up fairly quickly, and I'll show you that when we get there. For now, this is all that we're going to do. We are going to gain certain levels, and I prefer going to the general branch over here and activating the first node because that gives us more charges for our Skyborn Might. Skyborn Might is basically the MP system of the game, which is not just tied to MP but skills as well. So what you do is you dodge at the right time or you do certain attacks, build up Skyborn Might, and then use that Skyborn Might for magic or abilities. So rest up over here because we are going to be getting into our very first boss fight pretty soon. Well, second if you considered the the tutorial one here first. So we're gonna go down this ladder. You can hold down the circle button and then it just rushes her down like that. And be careful not to fall. These little white thingies, they basically give us new spells. So if you see that, be sure to collect them. Touching these flowers gives you a Skyborn Might. Get rid of this dude and make your way forward. Sometimes enemies will drop items and these can be completely random. So don't worry about it if you're not getting the same ones. By pressing the triangle button on the PlayStation 5, you can cast your equipped magic. If you have multiple spells equipped, you can press left on the D-pad and switch between them. So this is telling us about the plunging attacks. We can see that there's an item, so we're going to drop down, make sure we get onto this wooden beam and pick this up. And as we're falling down, we're going to press R1 to do a plunging attack. And then obliterate, which is the backstab. This dude is just sitting, chilling. Hold down R2 and then obliterate him. There's another dude who's just sleeping, so let's just go next to him. Hold down R2 and give him the same treatment. Pick up any dropped items if you want and move forward. We are about to get into our very first boss fight after the tutorial boss fight, that is. So we're going to drop down, press R3 to lock on, and move towards the side if you can. Try to get behind, hold down R2 to make her fall, but we basically want to stun her like that. Attack, do a backstab, and let's try to get rid of her super quickly. She will also drop our very first benediction stone. So what it does is that you can equip up to 3 stones on any weapon, and these stones have their own abilities and properties. They make your weapons better, stronger, depending on how you use them. Outside is a chest that contains Forgotten Remembrance. These are also needed for a trophy. Forgotten Remembrances and Lost Remains, these are items that basically have to do with your healing. They increase the number of health charges and the amount of health that you can recover. Right now I only have 3 healing charges, but by getting these items I can increase that. Left is where we came from, so we're gonna go right. And there's a guy over here that basically gives you this, does a surprise attack. There we go. I always fall for him, even though I knew he'd show up. Go straight and you can find an important key item. The purple ones are always important to collect, and the gold ones too. So that's called a lost package, which we need to hand over to someone, so make sure to collect it. This one is a faint red feather. Faint red feathers and other red feathers basically are needed to upgrade your weapons. Ahead are 2 enemies and a golden item. Whenever you come across multiple enemies, it's always good to take them down one by one, because fighting 2 of them or even more at the same time can become a problem. Pick up the red tassel spear. This is going to be our 3rd weapon. By dropping down here, you can collect the delicate armor set. There are a lot of armor pieces in the game, and all of them come with their own unique mitigations and resistances. So depending on where you are, who you're fighting against, make sure to equip the right armor set. Plus, they change our character's appearance as well. This is where we came from, so we're just going to go straight from here. Avoid these shooters. Don't be like me. Be always mindful of your stamina gauge, especially in the early part of the game. It's not fun running out of stamina mid-combo. We are going to go right first to collect some items. There are going to be a couple of enemies and some oil jars, so make sure you don't pick that item, because this little guy is going to shoot you and you're dead if you're near the oil barrel. See? that's what they do. So get rid of these two shooters first and continue going up. Ahead are going to be two more enemies and some wire traps. You can try and lure one of the enemies onto the wire trap. There we go. So you can use magic, go in, just kill one at a time if you're having difficulties dealing with them together. There's another golden item over here. Pick it up and you're going to get your second jade pendant. Now we're going to go back the way we came, so make sure to pick up any items along the way. There's an item in this gazebo. You can pick it up and then continue your way down. As we approach this gate, there's going to be an enemy that's going to come from the back as well as from the front. So let's get rid of this guy first. And there's the enemy from the front. You can do some heavy attacks, however you like. Just finish this guy off. Sometimes enemies drop these golden items, which are usually armor pieces, so you can pick them up as well. But if you even miss, no worries, you can always buy them from the shop. This is the Lightzen Temple. And we're going to go left, pick up certain items, and then there are going to be two of those little guys who are going to drop from the ceiling, and we're not going to get surprised. This is our third jade pendant called the Monkey Pendant, and it increases the power of our throwables. You can see a group of enemies just sitting by the bonfire and enjoying. They are all surrounded by oil jars, and if you throw a fire pot, you can get rid of them all at once. I'll show that in a bit, but for now let's just attack them and get rid of them. We're going to need those fire pots for later on against the boss. I'd rather conserve them right now and not use them much, but I'll show you what to do. You can pick up this golden item, go into the house. This is our another weapon, the Dark Frost Edge. Steamed bunny buns, which heal you over time. Not really good, but not that bad either. Pick up any items. There's another bird over here. Your third strike can attack it, but just throw a knife at it. There's a shrine, and that's the gate we need to go, but we do not have a key. This guy needs our help, so go and talk to him. Help him up, and this is Wuchang. Wuchang is going to open up another shop for us as well. We're going to be nice to him, and we're going to make sure we get him all of the items that he wants, because that's another trophy. And if you want to platinum, you need to find all the items that he needs. Inside this, you're going to find this little pot guy. I don't know what to call him, but yeah. Anytime you see a lot of pots, chances are he's just hiding between them. So try to get rid of him, and for defeating him, you're always going to get some red feathers and some other items, which are really, really nice. You know, you should activate the shrine first, just in case you die to this guy. Don't do what I did. Activate the shrine first. Now we're gonna go kill the remaining enemies, as this is the place I was telling you about. This is the farming spot, and we need to kill all the enemies in this area, try to get as much of the red mercury items we can, and try to reach level 20, because that's gonna make things a lot easier and simpler for us. we're gonna just get rid of all the enemies, try to pick up any items that drop. This one's hiding behind a wall, so make sure not to get surprised by him. There's an item on the other side. That's another faint red feather. Pick up any items that the enemies drop. This is a key item, so do not consume it. We need to hand this over to an NPC. There's one more enemy at the gate. So there's a bird. If you want another orange feather, you know what to do. Alright, time to farm some red mercury. I'm going to show you the enemy locations where they are and the route that I take. So my advice would be take the same route, get rid of these enemies, rest at the shrine, they will respawn, rinse and repeat until you are level 20. You can attack them normally with your weapons, or you can lob a fire pot and get rid of them all at once. Like I said, I'm trying to conserve them for a boss fight later on, but you can buy them from one of the shops. But best to conserve. All the items you need to buy from the shops cost red mercury, and you can either level up with that red mercury or use it to buy items. My recommendation is to conserve your red mercury as much as possible and use it to level up first and foremost. And afterwards, if you feel like you have more, then use it to buy items, pendants, accessories, or armor pieces. And inside are the two little guys that drop from the roof, so we're gonna make sure we defeat them. All of the enemies in this location have a chance to drop red mercury items, which once consumed increase your overall red mercury, which you can then use to level up, buy items, you know, do whatever you like. We're gonna go attack these guys again. So you remember all of these enemies, right? One more hiding behind the wall. There we go. Knock back. Let's finish this off with an L1 and just go see if anything dropped. If not, we're just gonna go and enter the temple area, the courtyard. So to the right is one more enemy. We're gonna just go and defeat this guy first. And right in front is another one. Charge attack again. And we're gonna finish this guy off as well. Pick up this item and then go inside this house. Two more enemies inside. So we're gonna lure them out using magic and then just use the wall to, you know, attack them. Because for some reason you can attack them through the walls. There we go. Now we're gonna just slash and pick up the items they drop or anything else that's there. We're now going to go to the opposite side. There's a house which contains a treasure chest. There's going to be an enemy on the left, so make sure to get rid of him first. Once dead, you can just open up the chest. This one contains lost remains. There are a total of 22 Manawas items that we need to collect. 12 forgotten remembrances and 10 lost remains. They are needed for 2 of the trophies. These are all the enemies that I just showed you, and that's the cycle that you have to do. You can come here, use the forgotten remembrances and the lost remains to level up your Manawas, and if you want, we can level up some more. So this is going to give us 5 more nodes, and we're going to activate some of them on the sword level because I'm just going to be using the sword for now. And probably I'll go with this one. These are all the enemies in the area, so make sure to defeat them every time. If they drop an item, pick it up, and then we're going to use those items and try to level up to level 20. Here's just me leveling up. Alright, I think I've done about enough farming and I have enough red Mercury items, so I'm just going to consume all of them. And this will get me to level 20. There we go, level 20. There's going to be a boss fight, so do as I do or just pick whatever you like. The fight isn't that hard, so doesn't really require much of a strategy. But yeah, those benediction stones, now is the time to apply them to your weapon. Since it's just one at the moment, so I'm just going to add that to my sword and then rest up. So now that I'm rested, I'm going to go here into the courtyard, into the temple. I'm going to avoid all these enemies because I've done my fair share of farming. Over here, we're going to get something about charged heavy attacks, but we already know. Inside here is one of the items that little guy needed. So we're going to collect it and open this door, and that's going to trigger the next boss fight. So we're going to make our way to the boss, try to dodge his attack. The side, I failed, but I'm going to try to get behind him and do a charged heavy attack. There we go, stunned, obliterate, and I'm going to continue attacking this guy. So once he's below half health, he's going to do some unique fire-based attacks. I'm just going to try to get behind him some more, do another charged heavy attack, obliterate, and now that his HP is below 50%, he's going to do that fire attack I just mentioned. So we're going to be on the watch out, try to attack in between if we can, dodge where we can. I'm going to use some spells. There it is. I'm trying to dodge into it. Get behind him, do a charge attack. Okay, he's just spewing flames at me now. I'm going to dodge that ball, go in, attack. Alright, I'm out of stamina. Perfect. Going to use some magic, and there we go. Man-eating Tatanga down. And we got ourselves a new trophy. Nice.
Forget me not.
We are going to learn a new mechanic of the game called tempering, which basically allows us to apply certain needles into our arm and enhance our attacks, our weapon attacks. These can be status attacks, adding something that corrupts the enemy, or causes frostbite, or flame, or even leech health out of the enemy. Very important, especially for bosses. The temper menu is now accessible, so over here we can see we only have one at a time, which is flame. So we're going to add that. We don't have another needle, so can't really do anything. We're going to rest up and then make our way out of this temple. I'm going to add the tempering shortcut to my menu over here. So what I really like is by holding down the square button, pressing R1, I activate tempering. So I'm going to add it here, but if you prefer it somewhere else, you can choose any of the 4 boxes and get whichever button input you want. Now that we have the key, we can get out of this temple. We're going to get into another trophy related side quest, I'd say. It's called bamboozling. Along certain paths you will encounter this yellow-green little thing, and anytime you do find it, just slash it. To get the trophy, you have to defeat all 20 of them. So make sure you're well prepared anytime you see them. Dash up real close, and then attack. They drop bamboo shoots which you can use at one of the merchants to buy weapons and other sorts of equipment. This guy, very important. So we're going to make sure we do his side quest, because we need all the weapons, and this guy gives us his weapon if we complete a side quest.
They say that not that any about it. He was bitter.
He will also give us a bone whistle which we can use to summon NPCs when we're doing their side quest related missions and encounter bosses. Open the door, and inside there's going to be a kid in a jar. So we're going to talk to him and give him the item that we got earlier. this is going to give us a new gesture called draw circle. We're going to continue and not go up. Instead, we're going to continue straight. There are a couple of enemies that we need to get rid of. There's going to be another one to the left and another one coming down the stairs. Alright, we're going to go up these stairs and prepare yourself because there's another bamboozling that's going to show up. Don't go for the bird, go for the bamboozling. Now we're going to make our way inside this cave. Down here is the storyteller. You can go and talk to him. Important NPC. Wait for him to stop talking and then we're going to exhaust all of his dialogues.
Is but a fleeting. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh. I take it just to talk now then, if you want to know. What? Very well. See, don't be fooled. Ah, enough.
He's going to give us a bamboo shoot, which we can use to buy items from the panda merchant located right up these stairs. And there he is in all of his glory. Let's go talk to him. And he has two items right now. A spear or this magic divine ward, which basically reduces the damage you take. So up to you. I'm not going to be using the spear until later, so you can pick up this divine ward and use it anytime you encounter difficult enemies, as it's going to reduce the damage you take. You can set up the shortcut over here, and now we're going to exit the cavern and go right. Get rid of the bird and then go down, cross the stone bridge.
Guidance, only to be met with silence. Fate unyielding, destiny unchangeable. Is the end of my journey but a fleeting dream?
Even though these guys are just relaxing and chilling, if you kill them, you will still get some red mercury. We're going to make our way forward, and towards the end there's going to be a path which is blocked by fire, but it does have one more benediction stone, and this is why we're here, to collect it. We are now going to go back where we met Wuchang and then on to the Shu Sanctum. Since I'm in my exploring mode right now, I'm going to go up these stairs. There's going to be another item further to my right. There we go. Pick it up. And we're going to go inside this house. There are going to be two enemies, one here, one at the back. Take care of them and then pick up the item on the floor. And of course any items that the enemy drops. This is the house where we saw the kid in the jar, and we are going to cross it and then go up these stairs. To the left is a house. We're going to pick up this item first and then go and knock and talk to the individual inside. He's going to give us some items. And now we're going to go straight, and to the right is one of the tougher enemies. These are sub-bosses. You can tell them by their glowing eyes. They usually drop good items if you defeat them, and I think what the term is used is that these are elite enemies. So these enemies will drop red feathers, armor pieces, or something of the same nature. The best thing to do here was to just run past him, because right behind him where he was standing was the Shu Sanctum, and inside the Shu Sanctum was a shrine. So if you want to come back and fight him, you can do that, because should you die, at least you have the shrine activated. Sometimes it's better to listen to what I say rather than what I'm doing. He drops the Ming armor set, which is very good, especially if you're fighting against enemies that do a lot of slash and stab damage. And it's going to come in handy later on. Hold down the touchpad and it's going to bring up your emotes, and we're going to use the worship emote over here to get a divine gift. The divine gift items are used to lower your madness. So lowering madness is a complicated thing, but yeah, divine gifts are needed to do so. Now we're going to make our way into the Shu Sanctum, and this is basically where all of the not all, but some of the NPCs are going to be residing until the end of this chapter. So we can see that this dude is here, and we're going to give him the items that we got. If I can just talk to him, there we go.
What do you have for me today? Let me make an assessment.
If I pick buy, you'll see that there's nothing in the shop, but once I hand him over the copper jug, you're going to see that new items are going to pop up in a shop. We can then buy these items using red Mercury. So you need to decide whether you want to level up or spend a hefty amount to get new armor or jade pendants and some other stuff. We're gonna talk to this lady over here, and she will give us the Shenbu hairpin. Wuchang is here. We're gonna talk to him and hand over the golden bowl. And that's going to open up his shop for us and items to purchase.
If you come across anything good, don't forget yours truly.
I'll buy this benediction stone because the other one's a little expensive. He also sells fire pots, so in case you used them earlier on, now you can buy them. There's a shrine that we can activate. Climbing the ladder is fine, but there's nothing really up there. So before I activate the shrine, I'm going to go up these stairs. There's going to be a lady to the right with a purple item beside her, which is a divine gift. This is the white-robed elder. He's also very important if you want to platinum the game. So his side quest, yep, very important. Plus he gives us really nice items that we need. Make sure to talk to him anytime you find him. This is the mother of the sick guy from the Revenant Temple. By handing her the Peachwood amulet, we will get a divine gift.
As for that Lou, her father, I heard from a they call it if only I now. I heard they call it if only
Time to go down and rest at the shrine. Since I have more benediction stones, I'm going to slot them into my longsword. After resting, you'll see that Neon Wuchang has appeared at the temple, the same guy who gave us the bone whistle. Make sure to talk to him. Now we're going to go up these stairs and there's going to be a boss fight. I'm going to go behind. There's an item. Pick it up. Up the stairs. Another set of stairs. Purple item. Pick it up. This is a key item that we need. And we're going to open these doors. But before that, we're going to make some changes. I'm going to equip the Tunga armor because this boss does a lot of corruption damage. And just to be on the safe side, it's better to equip this. Before opening the door, make sure to temper and apply flame to your sword. Going to use the whistle to summon Shu Chang. This is going to give us another trophy. I'm going to try to get behind this boss as often as I can. Dodge this and do a heavy attack. Obliterate. Maybe Shu Chang can take away some of my attention. Alright, I'm just gonna get back a little, see what he does. Right, of course, Shu Chang, no worries. Okay, when he does this, we're gonna go behind, try to do, okay, he flew. Right, Shu Chang, he's targeting Shu Chang, nice. I'm gonna go and do a charged heavy. I guess this boss is done. One more hit should do it. There it is. And you're gonna get yourself a new trophy. And the Shu Sanctum key, which is needed to open the way to the Mercury workshop. These bosses might be appearing as though they're quite easy, but trust me, there's going to come a time when these bosses are going to get really formidable. But don't worry, I'm going to give you some really nice strategies to get the job done. We're going to make our way back to the shrine, and Shu Chang should be right next to the shrine as well. We're going to talk to him and hand him the item we got from the boss.
You're quite skilled yourself. This thing. I must return to Reverend Temple.
Now we're going to teleport to the Revenant Temple and speak with the NPCs over there.
Have you legends many ones assume initially yet even the blood that the alas, if only I could have studied it.
Huh? Ma'am, thanks to that thing you found, I must say, they took care of my brother. Until we meet again. Perhaps. Until we meet again.
We are going to talk to this lady and hand over the bloodstained letter, and this is going to reward us with another pendant. And like I said, we need all the pendants for one of the trophies, and this is a platinum run, so everything that is essential, I will be covering it up. Anything you don't see me doing, I leave that up to you. Time to make our way back to Shu Sanctum. Okay, now I'm just going to be exploring all of the area, picking up items, defeating enemies. So if you don't hear me talking much, well, just follow the video. I'll be covering some shortcuts, a couple of quests, and shrines, items, but wherever it's needed, I will be coming in to commentate. This item called the Plumed Branch is very important. They're very limited in numbers, and when consumed, it grants you maximum Skyborn might. I'm going to be using them against some of the later bosses, and I highly recommend not to use them way too often. If you use them all up, you won't be able to do some of the strategies later on that I'm going to show you. See, another surprise attack. These are way too often, man. Inside the house is a chest containing a benediction stone. we are going to go left and cross this invisible bridge. We're gonna get rid of this dude, because as we approach that golden item, there's gonna be a developer surprise. Yeah, I call these developer surprises because, and I don't know, they feel like the developer was just toying with the gamers. So get rid of this big dude, and once he's down, pick up the golden item, which is a weapon, and we need all the weapons. You can enter this bamboo courtyard for another side quest. It is optional and not needed for the platinum trophy. This lady is going to give us some backstory on Tao Cheng, our merchant friend. This lady is going to give us the courtyard key, which we can use to open an area, and inside we can learn of what happened to her family.
Another bit. Let's not heed my warning.
At the end of the trail is another big sobbing dude, so we're gonna do a charge heavy attack, another one, backstab, and finish him off. Inside the chest is another benediction stone. This area leads to a gate which we can open, and that's going to create a shortcut to the Revenant Temple. That's the gate, but first make sure to get rid of these enemies. In this house is another benediction stone guarded by two enemies. Benediction stones aren't really needed for the platinum, but they do come with some really nice passive skills, and some of them even form part of a set, which once put on your weapon gives you an additional ability. Here is the shortcut to the Revenant Temple. See that enemy by the gate? If you defeat him, he's going to give you a faint red feather, which is needed to upgrade your weapons. We're gonna make our way back from where we came and explore the upper area. That's 2 dogs and a shooter. You do not want to take them all on together. Use magic from a distance and then go and get the shooter. To the right is the courtyard for which we got the key, but before I go there, I'm going to explore some more. We're now going to get onto the rooftops because there are some areas over here that are otherwise inaccessible. See this big guy over here? If he had come straight and not off the roofs, well, that boulder would have squished us. I thought I could catch him by surprise, but I was wrong. Try to get behind him and do a charged heavy attack. I'm doing this continuously, but if you don't want to, you can always go back to the Shu Sanctum and rest up.
Just like that, she's always... Get away.
We're gonna get rid of all the shooters up here. Well, that one got away. The roof here collapses, so be careful as there are going to be enemies down inside. Also, this is my second playthrough. I've only played the game once before and I platinumed it. This is my second time playing this game. Please excuse me if you find me a little rusty. Oh, there he is, the slippery little swine. Gotcha now. We are going to use the courtyard key that we got earlier to open up this door. Make sure to grab this. This is the militia armor set. Check this to get the damage letter, which we need to give back to the lady who gave us the courtyard key. We're going to climb this ladder, as this is going to give us access to another part of this area. If your health is low, just use a bunny bun. You don't have to use your healing walls. Be careful of this enemy down there. So we're not going to take this ladder. Instead, we're going to go back. There's another, yeah, this guy. He would have surprised us, but I got him. We can fall down this hole. And right straight is a golden item, which is going to give us another benediction stone. We're going to go down now and unlock the door. Time to fight that enemy. So I'm going to target him, use some spells, and then see what he does. Try to get behind him, which I failed over here. But not this time. So I'm just gonna do a backstab and finish him off before he gets up. Okay, he got up, but I still finished him off. And he's gonna give us the Infernal Flames spell. This is again a elite enemy. So if you feel like you don't have what it takes, I recommend opening up this gate here. And then that's going to create a shortcut. So you can always come back and fight him. We're almost done with this area. There's just one more area that we need to get to. And another shortcut that we need to connect by cutting a tree. Which is going to fall onto the Shu Sanctum. And that's going to be our way out of there to the next boss. This area leads to Anelm, the one I was telling you about, the other area that's left, but I'm gonna finish off this place first and then head over there. Inside there's a bamboozling, but there are also enemies. There are two enemies sitting on the roof, so I'm going to try to use magic and get them down. As you can see, by mistake, I locked onto the bamboozling. Okay, it still worked, so let's gonna get rid of them. The other... what the heck? I guess this dude was just playing with me. Be careful here, you don't want to step a little too back because there's a pot guy behind you. Haha, pot guy. Anytime you see those vases or breakable pots, chances are you're going to find him in one of them. But it's good, he gives you nice items. Earlier on when I was trying to cast magic, I had logged on to a bamboozling in this area. So the best thing to do is to get rid of this pot guy and then return to this place and then get rid of the bamboozling. But there will be the two guys on the roof, so don't worry about them. Inside is an item guarded by 2 enemies. Yeah, well, if they grab you, this happens. I guess I'm gonna be alright. I'm gonna use up my healing vase and try to get in for the kill. There we go. Again, don't be like me. If you need to go and rest at the shrine, do that. Like I said before, I'm exploring, trying to defeat enemies, level up, get more items, but I'm not going to be doing this a little bit further on. I will be gathering all of the important and essential items that are needed for the side quest or for all the trophies. Now I'm going to show you how to get one of the best axes in the game, the Empyrean Great Axe. We're going to climb up these stairs and then take the ladder up. Another elite enemy, so make sure not to fall down. And there it is, the Empyrean Great Axe. See those red stairs? That's where the next boss is. Now we're going to kick this tree, and this is going to give us a shortcut where the old lady is. But let's go explore some more first. If you want to rest up, you can go and rest at the Shu Sanctum shrine, and then come back here to explore some more. Get ready, there's another elite enemy.
Die!
Temper your sword when you're fighting against these elite enemies. It will make the battle way easier. Open this box for another benediction stone. You can offer a divine gift here to reduce your madness, and you can do the same at the Shu Sanctum. It's where the old lady was standing. Use the gaze emote here to get another item. That's Anelm, the area we'll be going to a bit later. The right path leads to where we just cut the tree down, but we're gonna go straight and explore the other part of this area. This time, my back attack worked. You will find the Taoist here, so make sure to go and speak with him.
Ah, you seek the rebel. Rumor has it now that as for where the
That's another shortcut, but we will be unlocking that later on. It's towards the end of this whole chapter. I was trying to avoid the other enemy so I could just go in and grab that purple item, but I think it didn't work. This gate leads back to the Shu Sanctum. I should have gone and rested at the shrine over here because I didn't see I had 0 health recharges. Up ahead is going to be an area where there are going to be multiple little guys, and man, do they pack a punch. And having your health recharged is essential when you go and try to tackle them. That's where those enemies are, and I recommend coming in with full health recharges, not zero like me. Again, listen to what I say and not to what I'm doing. See what I mean? There's a lot of them and they attack you from all sides. That's why I said I should have gone and rested. For some reason, I still tried to take them out, knowing that I don't have any health. So don't be like me, go and rest, and then come back and fight them. I think the reason I was fighting them was because I had opened the gate, and if I had died, I could have come back here and just collected my red Mercury. This was the time that I finally realized, nope, I cannot fight them, I have to go back and rest. Time for payback. I'm gonna go get those little buggers now. Okay, that did not connect at all, neither did the second shot. Guess I have to do this the old-fashioned way. I think there are 3 or 4 of them, but they all have distinct attacks. And if one of them gets to you, the other 2 are going to finish you off. So you have to be super careful when you're dealing with these little buggers. Play safe and use magic wherever you can. Be careful when you're locked onto an enemy, because the other ones which you're not locked onto can approach you, and then it can become a bit of a pain as you are locked onto the enemy that's way behind. So make sure you are careful of that. And just when I thought I could go and pick up this weapon, along came Polly. So getting that weapon is essential if you want to platinum the game, because like I said before, one of the trophies revolves around getting all of the weapons, and we need to get all of them if we want to platinum. A lot of pots, and there he is. Anytime you see those pots, there's gonna be this guy hiding in one of them. The thing with him is that if he slaps you, and he continues that slap attack that he has, where he just keeps hitting you, you're probably dead if you get caught up in it, especially on this narrow pathway. That attack. So better to get him out of that narrow pathway and then just strike him down. Oh, a red Mercury item. They're always good. Help you level up as well. So we're gonna go up this ladder. There's one more enemy on top. Be careful and try not to fall down. The reason I'm up here is because I want to grab some of the Niter fire pots, the upgraded version of the fire pots. I need a total of 5 for a boss fight. So we're gonna jump down here. This gate opens a shortcut to where we met the panda merchant. That's the path to the left that leads to the storyteller and the panda NPC. This one. So we've explored all of the Shu temple and surroundings. There's just one area left, the Anelm. And I'm gonna head over there now. Gonna go up this ladder because there are some items still up there that we need to collect. So we're just gonna collect some items and then make our way to Anelm. There's a shrine over there that we need to activate, an inner demon that we need to fight, a jade pendant, and also a key item needed for one of the merchants. There's going to be a guy inside that just tries to grab us. The charge attack did well. I'm going to grab this item and keep going further up. Get rid of this dude. Try to dodge to the sides, use magic if you can. This is the gate that we opened when we defeated the fire enemy. Instead of going right, we're just going to go straight, and that path is going to lead us to another area. Get rid of this dog. We're gonna make our way up. There's going to be a shrine over here which we need to activate. Activate the shrine and rest if you need to. Once ready, head up these stairs. We are going to encounter a couple of enemies, so make sure to take care of them. Over here, there are going to be some enemies hiding behind these pots. So they're shooters, so make sure you're not near these pots, because if that one of them shoots at you, the oily jars or pots, whatever they are, they're going to explode and you're going to die in the process. There's an enemy here. Let's take care of him. And another elite one. So we should be able to get behind him and do a charge attack. Let's do another one. Stab. And try to defeat him as quickly as we possibly can. Going to the back, stabbing him again, and that's it. This scenic painting is a key item which we need to give to one of the merchants so that we can unlock more of their stuff. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but you need to unlock all of their stuff to get a trophy. So there are going to be these items that we need to acquire throughout our playthrough. Let's head back over the wooden bridge and explore the other part of this area. That golden item is probably an enemy armor piece. I'm just not going to be bothered to pick it up because you can get all of those armor pieces later on. Get rid of this guy hiding behind. There's an item on the table. I would recommend to prepare yourselves because this demon can be a little bit tough. You need to defeat 6 of them, and this is our very first encounter here. Temper up your sword. As we make our way to this gazebo, the demon is going to manifest, so get ready. Try to get behind and do a charge attack. If for some reason you can't, just a normal charge attack would work as well. The demon does drink potions just like that, and it's going to heal itself, so make sure you're ready and prepared. Bow blood. So bow blood is needed to increase your madness from the skill tree, and again, those inner demons, like I said, we need to defeat 6 of them to unlock a trophy, and that was the first one. We're going to open up this chest which contains a jade pendant, and then we're just going to make our way back up from where we came from. Before we exit, we're just going to check the right side of this area. I believe there are some items that we can still pick up. shooters outside, so make sure not to be near one of these oil jars, otherwise they're gonna explode and you're gonna end up dead. Let's head back to the shrine. This is probably where I figured that I did not return the items to the bamboo courtyard lady. So, gonna go back and hand her the items. You can always slash these enemies that are sitting for some extra red mercury. Oh, okay, yeah, I got caught. That can happen, especially if you're with using your sword. The axe is a different thing, because then you can basically break their poise and get them to back up. So heal up if you need to. There's going to be a big guy down there. We're going to take care of him. So after defeating this big guy, we are going to collect this item and drop down these stairs. Or climb down rather. Because this is another area that I think I did not unlock earlier. As you can see, there's a gate. And there are these two enemies that we need to take care of. So once they're down, pick up any items. If they drop something, pick that up as well. Then we are going to open up this gate. By opening up all these shortcuts, you'll see that, you can familiarize yourself with the area, how it all connects. But when you don't open these shortcuts, you're like, where am I? What's happening? And it does take a while to basically understand what's going on and how all these areas are connected. Again, the enemies respawn every time you rest up. So take care of them. So we're going to talk, we're going to hand over the damaged letter. Or should I hand over this one? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. You need to hand over both the items. And once that is done, speak to her again. And she should give us the burnt meat. Now we're going to make our way back to the Shu Sanctum. I think I have all of this area done. Or maybe there's just one little tidbit which I probably missed. Of course, I tried to avoid him, but there's only so much you can do. So yeah, like I was saying, there's probably one little area that I can go. I could have gone straight, but I'm just going to show you that by taking this ladder, you can also go down and collect a couple of items that are probably down there. So this is where it is. If you remember, we took these ladders earlier and see that green area at the bottom. That's where we're going to go. If I hadn't gotten beaten by the big guy, I could have straight away gone there. But you can also come from up here. If you remember, this is where we were. This is where we did our attack. Open the door. Take this ladder down. That purple item is something we're going to collect later on. couple of enemies here, so take them down. Locking in can sometimes result in that, and it messes up, but you have to be careful. And this is what the area that basically leads all the way straight to where I got pummeled by the big guy. This is the invisible bridge. I thought it was one of those jar dudes, but it isn't. The entire area connects very nicely once you've like opened up all the shortcuts. But until then, it's just like sometimes it's a maze. You're trying to figure things out because there's no map in this game. And the only way to familiarize yourself is by doing opening up all the shortcuts, getting around all of the area so that you know exactly which shortcut leads where. We've already gone right. Now we're going to go down here to pick up that purple item which we saw. A faint red feather. Very much necessary if you want to level up your weapons. And now we're going to go and fight the boss. I'm just going to go back, rest up at the shrine, and give you a very nice strategy. I have this really nice strategy which is going to work, and I'm going to share it with you. It's going to make the next boss fight super easy. Before I do that, I'm going to show you that bamboozling that I missed earlier. So we're going to head back to that same location and get rid of that bamboozling. We have to defeat 20 bamboozlings. It is essential to get that trophy. You should get this bamboozling right now, but I came back at a later stage. Don't be like me, just go and get it. There it is, so run up and slash. Now we're just going to go back to the shrine and onto the boss area. If you've been following me, we should have a lot of red Mercury and a lot of items that we can use up. Use all the red Mercury items that you've got, and then we're going to level ourselves up from the skill tree. Right, time to activate the shrine. Go to the impetus repository. Okay, so for this build to work, I'm going to get the leech needle for tempering. What the leech needle does is that anytime you attack the enemy, you basically leech away their HP onto yours. Super useful technique for tempering. Since I'll be using the dual blades, so I'm going to invest in dual blades, increase the abilities, the level, and all the stuff. So you can do exactly as I'm doing. I don't have any more feathers here. Or you can come up with whatever you like. It's entirely up to you. But my goal is to show you nice and simple, decent strategies which you can use and get the job done against these bosses. So I'm going to show you that one right now. And this is the skill tree that I have. You can copy it as it is. It's done. Now let's just go into the setup. For benedictions, I'm going to go and use these dual blades, the firearm dual blades. So we're going to apply some benedictions here. I'm going to be using the firearm blades. As you can see that they are +3. That's because I invested in leveling up my dual blades from the skill tree. And I'm going to apply these benedictions. You can do the same. Change from the sword to the firearm blades. There we go. Now we're all set. Time to go and fight that boss. I'll be making separate videos for these boss fights as I continue playing this game. I'm going to focus mostly on New Game and then New Game Plus, so that, you know, if you're on New Game and you're fighting that boss for the very first time, what's the best way to defeat that boss? And then of course, when you're on New Game Plus and you have all of the things with you, so how do you fight those bosses then? I have already uploaded a video, so make sure to see that one. This is the boss. We're going to skip. And we're gonna start by applying tempering, and that's it. Just attack crazy. Get behind this boss, keep slashing, and as you can see, even though I'm getting attacked, I am getting my HP back. And this is what I want you to do. Just keep attacking it. If you've got some of your Skyborn Might, make sure to use your R2 for heavy attacks. Stun her if you want, then go in and stab her at the front. All we're doing is just mashing the R1 and R2 in between. Anytime we see her do something, we're trying to get behind her. So don't stay at the front or you'll get damaged. But even if you do, like just what happened here, go back on the offense. Mash the circle button if you get stunned by her scream, and then just get back at it. Just keep attacking her and you should be good. There you go. Once defeated, you're going to unlock the trophy as well. You'll also receive this white jade dumpling, which you can hand over to the old lady at the Shu Sanctum, and that will move her quest forward. Now we're going to go back to the Shu Sanctum, speak with the lady as well. It's another side quest you can choose to do, or you can opt out not to do it. Her side quest is basically related to one of the bosses in the third region of the game, or is it the second region? The second region of the game, Cloudspire. Over there you come across a boss, and if you have progressed her side quest a bit, you can choose not to fight that boss. But that boss gives you a trophy and some items which we need for the platinum trophy, so we have to fight that boss no matter what. This is the lady. You can now basically just, there we go, talk to her, and you can decide to give her the jade white dumpling or not give her that. In any case, her quest does move forward, but you really don't need it. Just give her the jade dumpling and be done with it. She does give you a faint red feather, so it's worth it. Now we're gonna make our way down and speak with the other lady, because we did get the Trinity Bell. There she is. We're going to hand over the Trinity Bell to her, and this will move her side quest or story forward. The reason I'm doing her side quest is because in one of the later boss fights, you can summon her along with another character, and that boss fight can be pretty tough. So having two NPCs support you is pretty fantastic. We collected a couple of items, and there was the side quest as well, so make sure to respond with this, then hand over the other items, and this is going to increase the items that we can buy from a shop.
The priest, the bronze. Why not go and take a look? When he fought the lost.
Select buy, and you can see that new items are now available for purchase. And one of them being the super cool pendant. So we're going to make sure we buy that. It increases damage against large enemies.
In these troubled, though red.
Alright, I'm gonna revert back to my longsword. So I'm gonna take away all of the nodes that I activated for the dual blades, respec them, and come down here to the longsword branch and get things the way they were. You can learn these new disciplines like the sword counter, which is pretty much essential for one of the boss fights that we will have later on. So you can equip it onto your sword, but just note that whichever discipline that the sword has, like in this case it was blink kick, so blink kick will be gone and it will be replaced by sword counter. Going to add the benedictions back from the dual blades to the longsword. Going to rest up now, and then we're going to open the area to the Mercury workshop. We're going to use the Shu Sanctum key that we got by defeating the feathered priest. And this will open up the area to the Mercury workshop via underground stairs that should appear here. We're going to take these stairs down. Just going to make sure I have the longsword equipped. And we're going to proceed further into the Mercury workshop. This is where I'm probably going to just get the essential trophy related items. So you won't find me collecting everything or going out of my way to do something, you know. But then again, it's entirely up to you. If you want to do it, you can do it. Like getting this item and getting corrupted in the process. So I'm not going to be doing that. I will show you the location of all of the other important items that you need to collect, which are tied to trophies in the game. And since this is a platinum run, we need to get all of the items anyways. Just giving you a heads up on that. When I first played this game, I think it was kind of difficult and really... Because as content creators, you're trying to finish the game as quickly as you possibly can. Because, you know, because other people can beat you to it. Especially with someone like me who doesn't get early copies. Because I'm not really there yet. And then I have to compete with other people who have these copies. So you're just trying to get the job done as quickly as you possibly can. So you don't really try out different builds or whatever it is. It's only after you complete the game that you kind of figure out, okay, how the battle system works. You invest more into it. You try and experiment different things. And that's when it all comes together. I've been doing that, and I've really got some simpler ways to get to defeat the bosses that could be hurdles for some. And that's what it is. I'm going to show you all of that in this platinum run and make things easier. So this is the shrine, and we're going to activate it. Then rest up. Okay, I'm going to make 2 rounds, and in each round I'm going to show you all of the items. So first off, we're going to go here, take this path. There's this little bug you can choose to avoid. We're going to keep going straight, pick up this item, or not because you got shot. But yeah, we're going to follow up here, and this is a place where you need to be on the lookout for. There's an item on a branch that falls off. We're going to fall down. And we're gonna kill all the enemies here. Because, you know, otherwise they're gonna make it difficult for us to get what we need to do. On second thought, you don't actually have to defeat them, but yeah, I'm just gonna defeat them because now this guy's pissing me off. He's hitting me. So pick up this item over here. And then there's nothing here. I could have just gone in through here. Surprise again, one of the developers was like, you know, time to play with the gamers. So we're gonna make our way up here, and this is a dead end. On the other side, a couple of enemies sitting and enjoying the fire. We're gonna climb up the ladder. Let me just pick this up first. Damn, that's a long ladder. Okay, watch out for the spikes. There's a board at the center which you don't want to touch because it's going to initiate a trap that's going to hit you with spikes. So we're going to go up here and make our way to this bamboozling. So getting close, slash, the bamboozling's done. And now to the left, we're going to fall down. Nice and easy. Hopefully that was close. I was afraid I would fall down. Anyways, so spikes, try to avoid them. Just watch out and then dash on top of them. If there's something on the side, you can always run by the side. We're going to open up this chest. Inside is a jade pendant. We're going to release this ladder, jump down, and we're back at the shrine. Rest up if you want to. Now we're going to make our way out of this area, collecting all of the items along the way. So we're going to follow the same route that we did. I'm going to get rid of this bug because, yeah. And these bugs, once you defeat them, they give off this green smoke, which basically causes blight. Blight takes away half of your HP. So your maximum HP reduces by half. And then once it's done, that's when you're going to... Oh my god, okay. Instead of hitting this dude, I hit the bird. So, yeah. If you get affected by blight, not to worry. You can always wait until the waves gets off and then just heal back. This is the Lashing Whip, one of the pretty good weapons in the game, especially when it comes to longsword. We're gonna make our way right, go straight. I'm not gonna be bothering with any of these enemies because I don't have to fight them. So I'll leave that up to you. If you want to fight them, do that. Otherwise, just do as I do. We're going to avoid this guy and climb this ladder. And move forward. There's a lady to the left. You need to get rid of her fast, otherwise she's gonna take you to the ground and keep smashing you. Another elite enemy. Charged attack, heavy attack, another one. Backstab. And then we're just gonna finish him off. Pick up this item. There to the right is another enemy. You don't wanna see that one, so just make sure to avoid her. And then defeat her, and then there's guy as well. Use magic, whatever you want. Get rid of him. And we're gonna take this ladder down. Right, this place, it has an enemy, so be careful, otherwise he can just push you down and you'll fall to your death. Grab this item, and we're gonna activate this lift. This lift goes to the upper level, but you can only activate it from here. We're gonna get over this wooden platform, get rid of these two dudes. One is down, the other one's defeated, and we are going to see that little branch. We're gonna step up, pick this up, and we're gonna fall down. Right behind us is a bug, so take care of that bug. Man, I just attacked way too early. And we are going to proceed here. Avoid anything. You don't have to attack anyone. We're just going to make our way on this wooden platform. Keep going. And there's going to be a ladder. There it is. We're going to climb up. Also, blight takes away more than 50% of your health. We're going to head left because that's the only route we can take. Heal up once the blight subsides. Again, there are going to be spikes here, so be careful. Avoid them, try not to get stuck on them. And here is another box which we're going to kick open and pick up another jade pendant. We're going to open up this gate and then make our way out. We're going to keep heading down. Get rid of this enemy. And then there's the bird. Throw a knife at it. Gonna pick up this item and move forward. Gonna go right. You can take this ladder, pick up this item if you want, or you can just drop down if you want to. So, like this. And we're just gonna go straight. There's another ladder. Since it's got these purple fumes on the side, best to take the ladder down. Another lift, so get close to it, get inside, activate this lever, and then just exit out. It's gonna go back up. So basically we've oh my god, where did this guy come from? So we've activated both of the lifts, so should you die or should something happen, you can always go back to the shrine and use these lifts to come back down. This is where we're gonna go. Watch out, there are these screeching pods, flesh pods, whatever they are. There are gonna be bugs falling down. Try not to get stuck whenever they scream, because then you're just going to be stuck there, and the bugs are going to attack you, and you'll probably end up dead. See that scream over there? That's what I was talking about. We're going to get rid of these bugs. My magic is not connecting. There it is. Because if I don't get rid of them now, there are going to be enemies up front, and they can back attack me, and I don't want that. So try to get rid of them, and then we're going to move a little ahead and get the other enemies and the items that are right in front of us. Ooh, an item. Let's pick it up. I don't know why, but sometimes I see an item and I just instinctively just pick it up. So there's the enemies to the left. Let's wait for it to, or wait for him rather, to get out, come close, and then we can just deal with him. Because if I get way too close to this purple fumes, it's gonna cause corruption. And what corruption does is that it basically reduces your HP constantly. We can get one lost remains here, and the golden item, which is another pendant, the twin infant pendant. And we're gonna go back, and lots of items, so grab them, but be careful as you near the last few items, because that's when some enemies are going to attack us. I think that's the flesh pod, but I think there are a couple of bugs here. So grab your items if you want to, make a mad dash, whatever it is. That's the bug. There's going to be one behind us, rather two behind us. So be sure to take care of these first. Watch out for the blight. Oh, try not to fall down, because if you fall down, you're dead. So try to play it safe. Okay, perfect. You can read this thing if you want. There's an item again. I didn't pick this up. I'm going to pick it up. And now we're going to move forward. Watch out for these. This is what I was talking about. If these guys scream, then you're stunned. And when you're stunned, those bugs can just basically go on an attack spree and knock you dead. We're going to go straight. Take a left. And now we're going to enter the new area. We've gotten all of the items that we needed from the Mercury workshop, but now we're going to enter the new area over here called the Bandit Cave. Get rid of these guys, pick up this item, and continue along the path. There it is, the Bandit Cave. Again, this is a small area, not really much to explore, but I'll show you all the important things here as well. So we're going to get rid of this guy, continue, get out of my way, there we go. And this is another bird creature, so we're going to do a heavy attack, another heavy attack, obliterate, and this dude is done for. This is the reason why we came down here, for a faint red feather. Now we're going to go back up, continue along the path, and we're going to come across a shrine. There it is, rest up, and then I'm gonna prep for the boss battle ahead. So again, if you want to follow me, follow the build I'm gonna show you, and the boss is just gonna be super easy. I'm gonna use some of these items to level up if I can. But yeah, I'm just gonna use all of the red mercury that I have. You can easily tell that you can level up now by the yellow glow around the red mercury on the top right. I rested up, and now I'm just going to equip the pendants. You can equip these pendants as shown. So now that I'm set, I'm going to go into the skill tree and activate this. Again, this is up to you. I'm going to use the axe. Damn, it's a thunderstorm outside. Didn't expect that to be recorded on my mic. Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm going to be using the Amphibian Great Axe, and I'm going to be making some changes to the skill tree. Respec from the longsword onto the axe. Try to level up, increase my might, whatever I can. I can't really level up anymore. So this is what it is. This is how I've respec'd my skill tree. Going to set up my tempering now. And I am going to use the flame needle along with the agility needle over here. You know what? I'm going to increase my madness. So by invoking, you can get items in return for madness, especially this item. This is really, really important, the plumed branch. So try to get all of them if you can. And I'm at 110 out of 118 madness. That's pretty good. 90% madness, so let's go. You can check this here to get some items, and we're gonna make our way down onto the boss fight. Going to trigger tempering and set my axe on fire. There's gonna be a cutscene which I'm gonna skip. This is the giant centipede boss, so I'm just gonna make my way back, make it hit that pillar, charge up a heavy attack, follow up with some light attacks. Keep doing that, charging heavy attacks, dodge when I can. Again, charged heavy attack. Look at that damage, it's insane. So I'm just gonna stay near, get behind, do another one, and that should be it. There we go. That's the centipede boss. And that's your trophy. Wait a second, I think, yeah, I didn't even apply any benedictions to my axe. And still, look at the damage I caused. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, these are the stats that I had. So, now we're going to continue, and we're going to go towards that little opening with the flaming torches. Now we've entered the new area called Tower of Sacrifice. There's going to be a lift here that we can take and make our way to the top. However, there's a little bit of an area that we can go to. So if I just switch the camera, there it is. So I'm just going to pop down. And we're going to go explore this area a little bit. There's a benediction stone here that I really want to get. That's why I'm here. Otherwise, you don't really have to come here. We're going to take this ladder down. There should be a benediction stone down here if memory serves me right. Oh, maybe I have to take the other ladder up to get to it. There it is, the golden item. It should be a benediction stone, and yes, it is. Now we're gonna make our way back because there's nothing else here to do. So we're gonna take the ladder down and then the other ladder up. And there's some more items I think on the other side if you want to explore that. We are going to climb this ladder. There's an item right in front of us, and if you go left you can see that there's this little bug we can just defeat with a charged heavy attack. This is where we can get back to the elevator. But there was another item here, so I can drop down. Let me just remember, because there's a purple item down here that I need to pick up. Can't remember where it is. Where do I draw from? Perhaps this is the one? No, there's no purple item here. Maybe I fell. Oh, okay. I was supposed to fall right down from there, so missed that purple item. So now I have to fall down again, call the lift, and then get on top of the lift again, and then just fall to the side, pick up this item. Okay, there we go. And if I remember there was an item here, we're gonna pick it up. Fire pots. These are very, very handy, and we're gonna be needing them against an upcoming boss fight. There's the purple item, we're gonna pick it up, fall down, pull the lever, and bring the lift down, and this time we're gonna ride the lift all the way up. Here are all the costumes or the armor pieces that I've acquired so far, including the DLC ones, and I haven't used the DLC ones at all. So, you know, while the lift is coming down, might as well just change. My appearance didn't change. Wonder if that's because I think I have the streamer mode activated. Let me just check, because I can't really change any of these. Yep, I believe it's the streamer mode or something. What can be the reason? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna equip something, and I'll figure it out at the next shrine whether it's the streamer mode or not. So we're gonna make our way up this wooden platform all the way up. Go straight. There's an item here. We can pick it up. And another purple item. Broken token. We're gonna open up this gate, and I think we should find another NPC. Yozai, there he is. So talk to him.
You made it. How's the arm?
Remember that lost package we got really early in the game? This is the place where we are going to hand him back that lost package. This is essential to keep his side story going on. In return, we are going to get the pirate armor, which is a really good armor set. And I'm just going to equip it here. The pirate hairpin, the pirate armor, pirate bracers, and the pirate... where are they? There it is. Pirate boots. So my appearance isn't changing. I'm going to get to a shrine soon, and then I'm gonna see if the streamer mode is activated or not. The game tells us about weaknesses over here. Anything that's wooden has weakness to fire. The shrine, yeah, you'll see what I mean, what it is. So just get back, charge, heavy attack, and there we go. It's an enemy, yes, another mimic of sorts. So defeat it, and the actual shrine will appear. So press X, trigger the shrine, and then rest up if needed. As you can see, my appearance has changed because the streamer mode was on, and that was basically not allowing any of the costumes to take shape. So we're gonna come here, and there's going to be this white-robed elder. Remember him from the Shu Sanctum? So we're gonna talk to him, and he's gonna give us a crystallized red Mercury, which is a pretty neat item. So once you've spoken with him, exhausted his dialogue, we're gonna go back from where we came, and we're going to go left. Okay, I'm gonna switch my costume once more now that I can. There we go. See? Streamer mode. That's what was causing the problem. We're just gonna go up, and you'll come across an item to the left. You can pick it up if you want, or just keep going up like I am. And up here, there's going to be an enemy. Two of them, actually. Get rid of them and pick up the items if you want. And we're just gonna go straight up. You can check this on your left if you want to, or just continue up. There's going to be this enemy here, so defeat this enemy and pick up the item if you want. And then we're gonna go back behind these burned houses. Right over there, there's a large enemy, so we're gonna sneak up on him, do a charge attack, and that's gonna stun him. Another charge attack, and another charge attack. That should be it. There we go. There's this item, if you want to pick it up. We're gonna go in all the way to the back, and there's going to be a benediction stone right there, the golden item. So you can pick it up. And oh, jars, you know, there you go. Just do a charged heavy attack and he should be done. You can check this if you want, and then we're gonna make our way out of this area. You can check that dresser if you want, and then we're going to exit this place and turn right. You can see in the distance the shrine, so we're gonna go and activate it. Next to the shrine is a lift that we will be taking down. I'm going to use my red Mercury items and level up a bit. So I'm going to stick with my axe, but if you want, you can respec and put all of your levels onto the longsword. Entirely up to you, or any other weapon for that matter. There are some pending side quests, so go to teleport and teleport to the Revenant Temple. Over here, we're going to go and talk to the Taoist. His name is kind of difficult to pronounce, so I just called him the Taoist because that's who he is. So go up the stairs and go and speak with him.
Official the town yet now.
Now we're going to teleport to the Shu Sanctum. Over here we're going to go and talk to this lady NPC, Wang Jiani, or whatever her name is, and the two merchants.
You have avenged me by slaying Lu Hongliu. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Now
Hey, you made it. What treasures do you have for
Hand over the believer statue and this will unlock the centipede armor set.
one Taoist return?
Be very careful how you spend your red Mercury, because if you spend it here and buy these items, then you won't be able to level up. I recommend investing it in pendants. So if you see a pendant pop up in a shop, buy it. Time to head back to Lu Mansion. There is an NPC, the Red Lady at Doom Willow Beach, but we will get to her. So for now, let's just teleport to Lu Mansion. We're now going to take the lift down, and once we are at the bottom, we are going to get one of the demon manifestations again. That's going to be the number 2 out of the 6 demons that we need to defeat. The armor pieces in the game don't have any defense. Instead, they have mitigations and resistances. So depending on who you fight against, you have to equip the relevant armor piece. We are going to go straight, and the inner demon is going to manifest here. And there are 2 trees here which you can like get really close to, and those trees will apply statuses to the demon or engage that demon in combat. So you can just relax, stay here, or just fire up your axe and just wait for the opportune moment to attack, just like me. So 1 tree's down. Okay, that wasn't good. Anyways, here I go. And that was the second demon. 4 more to go. It drops the strength needle, which we can use for tempering, and that purple item over there was the faint red feather. Now we're gonna go down here and to the right. Up to you if you want to explore the other areas or the other routes. They lead back to the shrine. The first one at the Doom Willow Beach. But I'm just gonna continue here, and I'll make sure to show you all of the items along the way. the ones that are essential to platinum this game. So pick up this item if you want, and we're gonna go ahead. Be careful of the fire to your right. If you go into it, you might end up burning or dying. These trees are alive. Make your way between these two enemies and see that purple item. We're gonna go and grab this. It's a faint red feather, and right after that we're going to climb up this ladder. From here we're going to go right, because there are these skeletons that rise up from the ground, so avoid them. We're gonna create this bridge, and that's the red lady. She was showing up when we were teleporting at Doomwillow Beach. Touching the white item will give you a new spell. Now speak with her, and she will give you another benediction stone. Now we're gonna make our way down here. We're gonna go right, because over here there is another bamboozling. So be careful, stay on the sides. There are these skeletons. That's the bamboozling. Time yourself right, attack, and there it is. Now we're gonna make our way back. Watch out for these skeletons. We're gonna go straight. Get rid of this enemy. And to the left is going to be a chest. So rush in, open it up. Two enemies are gonna fall down from the trees. Grab the Forgotten Remembrance and make your way out of there. Grab this item, and then we're going to climb the ladder. We're going to go left and up another ladder. Heal up if you need to, because we're going to encounter an elite enemy. And this enemy drops a pretty good spell. So approach this enemy, set your axe on fire if you need to, or whatever weapon you have. And we're going to try and get behind this enemy and do a charged heavy attack. And let's approach him again. Another charged heavy attack. One more, and that's it. We are now going to go back to the ladder that we just took to come here. This one, not the long one. And we're going to drop down, we're going to go straight, and then we're going to create another shortcut back to Doomwillow Beach Shrine. So if you go straight, you can pick up these items. If you want, you can read the stories on these tombstones, or I don't know how, if they're written on the tombstones or it's just lore, but it's in-game lore. And we're gonna go straight, and there's the Doomwillow Beach Shrine. Now that I have enough benediction stones, I'm going to apply them to both my sword and my axe. Right, gonna go to the skill tree now and make some changes. So I'm basically going to remove some nodes from the axe tree, and I'm going to apply them to increase my Skyborn Might. We will increase our Skyborn Might charges to 5. I have 1 left, so just gonna activate something. Maybe just this one. There's a boss fight coming up, and I'm going to show you a very simple way to defeat that boss. So again, if you want to follow my strategy, you're more than welcome. If not, up to you. But I'm going to invoke some madness again. Sadly, you cannot buy the plume branch again, so apart from that, buy whatever it is to increase your madness level. We did get the strength needle by defeating the inner demon, so you can come here and you can put in the strength needle if you want to instead of the agility one. We're gonna rest up here and we're gonna go to the boss. So the next boss is a giant tree, and it's super weak to fire. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to equip all of those fire pots that we had. There's a maximum of 5 which you can use, so add them to your shortcuts. I'm going to add the spell called Burning Flames, which is really important for the next boss fight. You can add whatever spells you like, but keep this on you. And we're going to change the pendants to these because they increase the damage and the ailment buildup for our throwables. And this increases our weapon's magic damage. Now we're going to go and fight this boss. There's a very nice and simple strategy that I'm going to use. Since we're making our way to the boss, I'm just going to share some of it with you right now. We're going to climb this ladder and then just go left and straight. That's it. And that's going to lead to the boss. To defeat this next boss, we are going to get into one of the corners of the arena, and then from there we're going to lock on to the tree stump of the boss, and we're just going to throw all of the fire pots that we have. Since we're quite leveled up and everything with the pendants and all, we should be able to defeat the boss by the time we throw our 10th throwable item. There's the boss. I'm just going to use a plumed branch because I'll be casting a spell right at the very start of the battle. Or you can come into the battle with Skyborn Might. And when the battle starts, I'm just going to run to the left and the back, cast Burning Flames. The treant is going to suck the air, which is going to pull us towards it. So try to run away, dodge, whatever works for you. Once it stops, lock onto its trunk and then just keep throwing your fire items, one at a time. So if you have your shortcuts equipped, it's going to come in handy. I'm going to start throwing the other fire pots. Hopefully none of the other enemies spawn close to me. I have one more left. This should do it. The treant is down and we got ourselves a new trophy. Now only the Tang Emperor's Palace remains. I'm going to change my jade pendants because no more throwables are needed. And revert my item shortcuts. There's a shrine over here, so we're gonna go and activate it and then rest up. Now I'm gonna make a mad dash to the Tang Emperor's Palace. Won't be fighting any enemies, nor picking up any items. We're going to open this door. And then to our left are going to be some stairs that we need to climb. And then we're going to take a left and run across the bridge. We are going to encounter some shooters over here, so make sure not to stop. Keep running, keep dashing, whatever you do, don't stop. We're gonna dodge this big guy and go behind him. Okay, he still poked me. But we're going to try to climb this ladder before the dog bites us in the leg. Right, we're almost there. So we're going to go right first. Pick up an item for one of the merchants. The incense burner. You can check this out if you want to. Read if you want to. And over here there's going to be another item. Pick it up. And now we are going to cross the little bridge over here and talk to the Taoist, who for some reason is over here now.
The road, but the rebels, perhaps they would you be kind?
There's the Tang Emperor's Palace, and there are some traps here, so be mindful of them. We're going to climb these stairs and get rid of the enemy on our right. There he is. Pick up this item and hold on, we're gonna get these enemies first. And now we're gonna pick up the item. But there's still one more, damn it. Anyways, I'm not gonna bother with him. I'm gonna go through this open gate, go straight, and heal up. There's this enemy here, so I'm just gonna charge attack him and just get rid of him once and for all. We're gonna go through where the enemy came from. There are two more over here. Open the small chest and grab yourself the eagle pendant. We are going to go back from where we came, and this time we are going to take a right and try to defeat the enemies over here, and the bird too. Because if we don't, well, then it's going to be a difficult move, and this dog is just going to come and attack us again and again. Why do I keep running out of stamina? Alright, I'm going to pick up this item, and I'm going to make a mad dash again. There's an enemy at the top. Get rid of him. And we're going to go behind this house, and we're going to fall down. Go straight. There's going to be another large enemy. And that is it. What? He still left? Of course. Alright, so now that we've taken care of the enemies, see that gate? This gate leads to the Shu Sanctum. This is the same gate that I was telling you about when we were exploring the areas around Shu Sanctum. And now we've opened it up. I'll use this gate a bit later, but for now, we're gonna go here and pick up this item, climb up these stairs, or just dash through them. And we're gonna go over here. Inside are going to be two enemies, so take care of them. And now we're going to pick this item as well. And over here we're going to encounter one enemy is here, and then there are two more to the right side. I'm gonna heal with the bunny bun. Doing charge attacks with the axe is the way to go, I'd say. And if you have Skyborn Might, it just really makes things very simple. Pick up this golden item if he drops it for you, which is going to be a random armor piece, and heal up if needed. We're going to go down, and this is the first riddle. There are 3 riddles in the game, and we're going to pick the first option. Solving these 3 benediction doors with the riddles on them is going to give us a trophy later on as well. We're going to pick up this benediction stone and go over here and then take a right. We're going to get rid of this enemy. We are going to grab this item and then release the ladder. This acts as a shortcut to where we just defeated that javelin enemy and the big guy. And to the right is the gate we opened that leads to Shu Sanctum. So we're going to take this gate and we're going to go all the way back to Shu Sanctum. So we're going to go here and talk to the merchants and unlock some new equipment or items in their shops for ourselves.
You just wait, girl. Oh, the Tang at the palace. But I've got plenty of my own treasures. Take a look.
In case you were wondering why I wasn't leveling up, well, it's because I I thought I'd get one of these benediction stones or some of the items from these shops.
Come back soon, you hear?
What treasures do you have for me today?
Hand him the all 3 jade cylinder, and this is going to unlock one of the very important pendants in the game, which gives us the lifesteal ability. So every time you defeat an enemy, you recover some health. Make sure to grab it. I'm gonna rest up now and probably see if there's anything else I need to do. Well, I guess none of the side quests or NPCs are showing up, which means we're all set. So let's rest up. If you want, you can equip the new Jade Pendant that we just bought, which gives us the lifesteal ability and recovers HP every time we defeat enemies. So I'm just gonna make some changes here. I'm going to go into my skill tree and increase my flask charges and probably make some changes. As you can see, I'm level 28. So just gonna add another tempering needle. Yeah, this should be good. And now I'm going to go into temper and add the agility needle as well. So this is what my tempering looks like. Because we're about to complete this chapter, I'm just making sure I have everything. And it seems to me I'm missing a spear. Oh, that's right. So when we met the panda NPC, I think I ended up buying the spell instead of the spear. I'm gonna make a detour and go to the panda NPC. We did open up a shortcut that leads down to where the panda is. So we're gonna make a left here. We're gonna go down this path. There's an enemy. Let's take care of this enemy. One more hit. Come on. There we go. Okay, dropped an item. Nice. And we're gonna go left and down further. So if you remember, this is where we had the bird and the bamboozling. So we're gonna go left into the cave, and the panda should still be up these stairs. We're gonna go talk to him and get the steam powered spear. There it is. We're gonna collect this and now make our way back to the Shu Sanctum. I believe only 2 boss fights are left, and then we'll be done with the first chapter of this game. So let me just deal with this guy. There we go. Drops an item. Nice. So as I was saying, only 2 bosses are left. So this is where I need to go. I'm just gonna go and probably set myself up for those 2 fights, or maybe just for the upcoming one. The next boss isn't really that hard, but the one that's the final boss of the chapter, yep, she can be a problem if you don't have the right strategy. For the next 2 fights, I'm going to be using the lashing whip, so I need to apply the benediction stones to this weapon. Alrighty, so gonna equip the lashing whip. And now we're gonna make our way back to the Tang Emperor's palace. We're gonna defeat this enemy and pick up that item he just dropped and get ready for a boss fight. This one is super easy. You don't have to have any sort of strategy here. So here I go. Just gonna use tempering and charge heavy attacks. Try to dodge if you can. Try to get behind her. One more attack. Now. And charge attack. Should connect. Make her fall. Keep doing that. So what I'm doing is charged R2 followed by light attacks that basically pin her down. And just continue with the charge attacks. And there it is. Nice and simple. We're gonna grab this item and then open that chest. Oh wait. Inside are lost remains. Use the key that we just got by defeating the boss and open up this lock. There's a bird here who we can just throw a knife at, get an arm feather. We're going to take a left and climb up this ladder. We just have one last boss to defeat and then we're done with the first chapter of Wuchang. Right in front is another shrine, but we're gonna go left and get that bamboozling. There we go. And if you go straight ahead, there's an item we can pick up here, or we can go right. To the right, someone's gonna come through. There we go. Get rid of this dude. And two more are gonna spawn at the back, so make sure you're ready to take them down as well. Once they're down, pick up any items that they drop or any other items that are there, like this one. And then we're gonna go forward and we're going to find the Buddha statue that is needed to basically trigger the next boss fight. Now we're gonna make our way back to the shrine. To the left is another path that leads down. If you go, you'll see that white orb thingy. So just go and touch it and it's going to teach us a new magic spell. And now we can finally offer blood at the shrine and activate it. Instead of resting, if you just go up these stairs, there's going to be this NPC, so go and speak with her. She's gonna give us a nice plumed branch, and we're going to come here and place the Buddha statue. This is going to drain all the water from the courtyard and it's going to basically trigger the next boss fight.
Loves a strange beast.
Almost done. Now we're gonna go and rest up at the shrine and I'll show you the build and the method to defeat the next boss. If you've been following my walkthrough, you should be level 29 and should be able to activate all of these nodes that I'm showing you here. If you're higher, that's perfectly fine. You can use those additional levels to activate any of the nodes you want. I would suggest doing either stamina or strength. Make sure to copy my skill tree as is. This is what my tempering looks like. I have the flame bone needle equipped along with strength and agility. For my benedictions, you can see that I have the lashing whip and I'm using the steam powered spear. Nothing equipped on the steam powered spear, by the way. Here's again my complete build, my weapons, the armor I'm using, the jade pendants, my item shortcuts. I won't be using any of the magic spells, and this is basically it. Now we're going to make our way to the boss. I have uploaded on my channel a step-by-step guide on how to defeat Commander Honglan without taking any damage whatsoever. So if you want, you can give that a view. It's going to simplify the boss fight. It might not be a bit too detailed in this walkthrough. The boss fight triggers if we jump down. Consume a Crimson Lantern fruit to reduce your stamina cost, soft rush flowers to boost stamina recovery, a plumed branch for Skyborn Might, and you can also consume an Aurum feather for a random effect. Temper up your sword and drop down. Lock onto the enemy as soon as the fight starts and then prepare to counter her sword attack. Now do an L3 followed by a charged heavy attack and then switch to your sword, stab the back. Attack her 5 times and then just watch out for her next attack. Get back, dodge if needed, there we go. Prepare to counter her again. L2, L3, charge R2, and then we're going to switch to the sword, backstab her again. Attack her 5 more times and this should inflict burn. Now that her HP is below 50%, she's going to create some distance and do these wave attacks. Dodge them, get in close, L2 to counter, then L3, followed by charged R2, switch to the sword, obliterate, and attack until defeated. And that's Commander Hong Lan. If you want a detailed breakdown of this boss fight, check out the description of this video or click the card at the top right. And this completes Chapter 1 of Wuchang Fallen Feathers. We unlocked 9 trophies and got a lot of stuff. I'll leave that information in the description. For this video, I was commentating as I was recording, and then I also did some commentary in the post-production phase. In the next one, it's just going to be post-production. I'll be more concise, I'll have more information for you to share. So in the next video, I'm going to be capturing Chapter 2, Cloud Spire, and also some bit of Mount Shenwu. There is this place where you can level up fairly quickly, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Hit that like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.